So I couldn't be more grateful. I finally hit the 200 mark and I'm really happy about that. Thank you so much for tuning into this meagre channel, listening to me waffle my tits off and speak my mind. I'm sorry if some of my takes are sort of like annoying or whatever, but I can only speak my mind. I've been doing this now for well over 30 years and I have accumulated a bit of know-how in that. I play the idiot quite a lot, especially when I'm talking to other sort of guitarists that are good, because it's nice to get a feel for how they treat people, if you know what I mean. It's like, you know, if they use their common sense for 1 minute, they think, hang on a minute, he was the fucking guitar and bass tech for 9 Below Zero, he must know what he's doing. It's like, well, I know a little bit. I know a little bit. I'm not a master, I'm a student, which should be the attitude that you have. You're always a student, and I'm into a lot of things, and music is so fucking bottomless, I can't get a handle on it. I could never master this shit. There's so much to know. It's just huge. It's huge. And I mean, of course, you know, like I said, I've been playing for like over 30 years. Bang into Japanese guitars. I'd never fucking heard of Conrad. So there's always something out there. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for getting me to this point, 200 subs. It's a great place to be. Bless you. Oh, that's nice. We shall have the peace ritual. 1 second. A lot of bullshit in here. And I'm just going to play a little something. Now, I asked on my Facebook page, there's a link up above or below. Now, there's a link in the description below for how to find my Facebook page. Welcome to come and hit me up. And I said, hey, I want 200 subs. Is there anything you'd like to hear or see? And I've been asked a few things, and like, while I'm not going to do them all today, I am going to do them all over the next few weeks. Like, all of the requests will be done. They're going to be the important thing. I really enjoyed today watching the videos of other YouTube channels. Malco, as you know, I'm a big fan of. Really enjoy his content. Music is fun. Fucking love his content. I just done a video responding to his 3 strats thing. It wasn't as good as I'd liked it to be. A bit shallow and superficial. Really, I just got my 3 strats out. And it'd be interesting to hear, when I look back, which one sounds the best when I'm standing watching instead of playing. And the other one is The One Who Knocks, Mr. White. He is a bad, broken up man. And I loved it. I love seeing his free guitars. I love seeing the Japanese thing he'd got. Absolutely amazing. Sort of like double cut Les Paul type thing. Fucking awesome guitar. Really good guitar. He's got himself a great guitar and I want first dibs on it. I bet it's really bright in the studio. Big baseball bat neck and like a lot of maple. I got a feeling that that's going to be a banger in the studio. Like really good for like, and live with the band. Really good at getting like big chunky power chords and making them punch out through the mix. I think that's what that guitar's going to be about. Like a Vantage that I had that was very similar in design, and a Bozo that I had that was also very similar in design. So, this goes out to you, my beautiful subscribers. You've got me to a place of happiness. I'm really happy. I'm not earning any money out of YouTube, and I've got no pressure on YouTube either to do any kind of specific content. I do what I like. I do what I want. And if you get something out of it, I'm really happy. I got some great feedback from the solid state amps thing the other week. And if you know, a couple of people like feel a bit better about the fact they've got a solid state and not a tube amp, then that's great. Like, mission accomplished. Because you know what? Like, they're both tools for the job. I played my tube amp this morning. I couldn't really crank it up enough in here. It's just like at that low volume, it was just compressing too much, and it didn't sound that good. So I went to the Vox, which is like this Valvetronics voodoo-y, and I prefer it in here. I prefer it. You know, be different when I'm doing gigs. But anyway, there are things about the tube amp which I'm going to show you soon. Look out for an episode called Secret Weapons, because that's going to be an interesting one. Anyway, bless you all and safe journeys to the stars. So, the Conrad, my latest guitar, and before that, on the first day of the new year, I bought this, which is a sort of custom job. Somebody's taken a guitar of some kind, don't know what, and they've done a load of stuff with it, and they've put stainless steel frets in it, if it didn't have them already. I don't think so, because it looks like a slightly, it's an okay fret job, but you can tell it's someone that's like, you know, they're 98%, not 100. Locking machine heads, which are a pile of fucking pointlessness, and really good, you know, fittings and fixtures, you know, really good. So I'm just going to give you a little taste of a tune that I've been working on, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Right, get ready. Oh, rig, I'll just show you the rig that I'm using. So, oh, sorry about the hand. Right, so I'm using the keyboard as a drum machine. I'm going into the little, hang on, I'm going into the little Hohner 30-watt amp, solid state, and on the floor I've got the Vox Stomp Lab and the Marshall Governor. Okay, and that's it. That is literally it. So, let's have some tunes. There is more, and I've truncated it a lot. But yeah, that's about it. I absolutely love this guitar for that sort of stuff, you know. What I kind of actually go for is somewhere sort of like the Gary Holt tone. Probably get Gary Holt and you know, Andy Sneap and Dave Mustaine are probably my watchwords. But Gary Holt, I think Gary Holt and Jeff Hanneman, those two have the best tone in metal, and I aspire to that. There are so many. I mean, I could talk about so many. But, like, they're the two touchstones, really. I don't know, because Hanneman's hard, because of the Kayla Trem. Like, his sound is hard to recreate. It's only since I've got the Golden Goose that I've really been able to nail it. And I really have nailed it, because I tried so hard, you know, without a fucking Trem guitar. You know, and I could get the Show No Mercy tone and that, but I could never really nail their, like, proper, you know, their really dark sound until I got a fucking guitar with a floating Trem. And as someone pointed out in the stream the other night, you know, that Golden Goose has got a lot of low end. Clemens, you buddy, you pointed that out. And it has, but that's endemic to floating Trem guitars. Hence why Gary Holt, even though he has a massive guitar collection of wonderful fucking, I mean, some of the best axes of thrash metal ever, he uses a Floyd Rose guitar when he's tracking rhythm tracks. When he's in the studio recording rhythm, he still uses a Floyd Rose guitar, and it's because that it just sounds too pingy without it. You know, not enough width is how I describe it. And like, fair play, he knows what he's doing. Like, I think Gary Holt is the most overlooked of the thrash players. I mean, he's a huge star, do you know what I mean? But it's like Exodus at best were like the left out member of the Big Four, you know. They're every bit as good and as important to thrash metal, every bit as Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax. I would argue that Exodus are the most important thrash band, that they are the first true, real, focused thrash band. And I can only recommend you know, fucking really check them out if you're into thrash and you've somehow missed Exodus. I don't know what to say. But, you know, a lot of people come in... I mean, I was very young when I got into Metallica. You know, I was like 12, and it was 1986, and, you know, Justice for All wasn't even out. And I was the only one. I was introducing people to Metallica all the time, you know, and it's hard stuff. Some people are like, wow. So it was kind of difficult for me. It's odd. You know, by the time I was 16, 17, the Black Album comes out, and everybody's into Metallica all of a sudden. It was kind of hard for me. And then by the time I load and reload, I was out. I was done. Do you know what I mean? And it's only really, do you know what? The film Through the Never is what brought me back. And I thought, hey, this is a fucking band. You know, like Rob Trujillo, he's really given them something back. But yeah, that fucking film, I think that, for me, that top, I mean, I'm not a huge Led Zeppelin maniac, but The Song Remains the Same is by far the best rock and roll movie ever made, except Pink Floyd The Wall. Until Through the Never came along, and I think it's the most wonderful thing. Maybe I'm a narc, maybe I'm a mark, maybe I'm a fucking mark, you know, and I'm popping a fucking load of kayfabe shit. But, well done, by the way. Never say never. If you know, you know, right? Fucking hats off. You deserve it, you deserve it. And what's that about? Never say never. If you know, you know what I'm on about. But yeah, fucking, you know, fucking don't know whether it's a load of fucking kayfabe gobshite. Who cares? But I tell you what, it's fucking excellent. So that comes highly recommended. Alright, I'm going to get back to me cold black coffee and me fucking thrash metal and my moodiness. I can't believe I almost had a terrible accident here. But there you go, 200 subscribers. Happy as Larry. So, shout outs. I will absolutely review the distortion pedals. I absolutely will do finger picking lessons. I absolutely will perform a good live outside version of Remember Me. And I absolutely will, what was the other one? Oh yeah, play some blues with no distortion. That's all the ones I've read so far, I think. All right, so I'll see you in the following weeks. You know, the Great Spirit permitting these things, of course.